Hi, Gaye DeRusso with the Majestic rider, trying to prop this up. This is Kai. He's a walking horse. He's very large and he's very personable. So I'm working him now for his gaits in the surcingle and side reins to help his headset, because in the videos you sent me he's a little strung out. So we want him to go in a little bit better frame. It's just semi-collection and to get him to drive from his back end more. So I worked him over the poles and the headset, and then I'm working on his canter. To the right he's pretty good, to the left he's pretty bad. He's more lateral, less trotty, so it's harder to pick up his lead. So we're working on that. And now I'm gonna do some desensitizing with him. So I'll show you the stuff with the side reins in another video, another time. And I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna cut some of this out just so you see what I'm doing and you get the idea of it. He had a lot of training, and so his issue is he's not spooky, but he moves around a lot because he doesn't understand to stay still while the things are moving around him. So I want to make sure he's used to that in case you have to stop and there's bikes and other things going around, that he'll just stay there and understand if he stays still, the thing goes away, and it also builds trust in him, okay? I did forget one thing. So he still has the snaffle in from me doing the side reins. You had a chain underneath it on the D-ring. Use a chin strap on a snaffle. It's just to prevent the horse from pulling the bit through the mouth in case you're doing like one rein stops or you're doing lateral flexion or something like that. Otherwise, it doesn't do anything for the bit. There's no purpose of it. So if you're not pulling the bit through the mouth and the horse isn't opening his mouth and doing things, you do not need a curb chain on a snaffle bit, only on a curb bit, or what they call a shank bit. So when I'm doing the desensitizing, I'm looking for signs of relaxation. My goal is just to have him stand there and be comfortable with the things. As you see, now that he knows the game, he's pretty comfortable, so I'm not doing it very long. He just has to understand to stand there and stay there. And then at one point, he's looking at the guy who's up in the bushes up there, and you might have seen me keep tugging on him. That's to get his attention back, and that's what you need to do when you're riding. If their attention starts going somewhere, is get their attention back on you, give them something else to do it a little bit harder pressure, and get them to focus on you instead of the scary thing in the bush. Okay, so now we're gonna do the bike. I've done the bike around his stall. I've rode it around behind him, so now I'm gonna ride it in front of him so you can see, so he gets used to that. And then we're gonna ride around with him following me on the bike. Hi. So if he wants to sniff it, I let him smell it and investigate. He's like, there's no grain in there today. There's a bell. You gonna eat the bell? Okay. So when they're really scared, I use grain and cookies, but he's not so scared anymore, so I don't have anything. So now he dragged my feet too, but he doesn't care about any of that. So now we're gonna ride the bike around with him. Because once they follow objects, they're not so afraid of it anymore. So it's good to get them to follow an object. And then if you need to exercise your horse, you can do it from your bike too. If you don't want to saddle up and tack on or you don't have time. And just so people know, I don't just jump on my bike and go. I have done all the groundwork. I've done desensitizing, and he knows how to lead and stay out of my space. If he didn't, I wouldn't be able to do the bike. Okay, now I'm going to let him eat some grass. So you can see he doesn't care. Now all these things help horses on the trail, doesn't cure the problem. It's just going to help me. I still got to take him out on trail and have random bikers go by with different attitudes, different energy, get him used to it, keep him safe, build his trust in me. And then the owner has to do the same because they have to trust who they're with to know they're going to be okay, especially with young horses. So even if the horse can do it with the trainer, doesn't mean they can do it with you. You have to put in the time, the practice, and the bonding, just like the trainer did, to get that horse want to be with you and follow you. You can see he's a very nice horse. He doesn't have that big, lanky walking horse step that a lot of the World Grand Champions have. And I don't know his breeding. It just looks more like the old school breeding, the old foundation lines. He has overstride, but he trots in paces and gaits when he's loose. He canters pretty easily. The ones with those big long overstride, it's not the same. A lot of stuff's harder for them on the trail because of how they move. So just explaining it. So if you see different kind of walking horses, that's what they are. Excuse me. And he's an attention seeker, right? They saw you, they think you're pretty. All right, that's it for today. Like and subscribe.